Welcome to Spitbucket. Some pretty exciting stuff this week. Our guest, Mitchell Taylor, the man, the grand poobah of Taylors Wines in the Clare Valley. Now, before we actually get anywhere, I've just got to say, you've taken your cap off. You're allowed to wear it if you must.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, because we're sitting out here in the sun and we're just trying to defer skin cancer for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he actually mugged someone on the way in to get that.
I did.
But
it's the colour for you, Ken.
Yeah, he's got the colour. He was thinking of wearing a Waratahs cap. I said, if you do that, all your wines are going to get rated about 50 out of 100, I can tell you. Anyway, and any Brokeback Mountain jokes, and I can tell you, leave those to Australian swimmers.
Yes.
Okay, Clare Riesling. It's one of the great wine styles in the world and underappreciated even in our own country. Fair comment?
Very fair comment, Ken. It really is an underrated variety. And really what we have in the Clare Valley is the beautiful microclimate, you know, just the cool nights through vintage because we're 350 metres above sea level.
Because it's not a cool region in general, is it? But it's the nights that get that.
That get it and help the ripening of the Riesling, and that's where you get these lovely, beautiful lime citrus flavours. And on a nice, you know, warm day like today, it's just ideal with that, that length of palate. You know, to have it with seafood, have it with, you know, lovely oysters and that.
Fresh and clean. And they also, particularly now we're doing them with the screw caps, if you cellar them properly, they will age for a very, very long time. We've got to run back to 05, but I mean, look, you could be showing an 02, you could be showing a 90. And if they're well cellared, there's every chance they'd look absolutely stunning wines.
That's right. And that's where, in Clare, the whole Riesling revolution on the Stelvin came. You know, we were sitting in the pub at a Clare Valley winemakers meeting.
I know, the very table.
Yeah, in the table there at the Rising Sun, and whammo, we were whinging like poms, talking about all these corks. And
there goes the pom market.
That's right. But what we decided was to get these pristine, you know, it's a bit of a gamble at the time, the Stelvins, and since 2000, we've never looked back.
It came in time for that wonderful, wonderful 2002 vintage, which was fantastic because they still look brilliant.
Yeah.
A lot of people put the toe in the water, did half and half.
Yeah.
But as they found that the Stelvins, the screw caps, were selling out way before the ones under cork.
That's right. We were one of 3 winemakers that were prepared to do it 100%. But there are others like. Not mentioning any names, Jeffrey Grossett or Peter Barry, but you know there was
Neil
some
Pike
Neil Pikey. You know they all sat on the fence, but
Cowards,
exactly. It was a revolution just waiting to happen, and before we knew it, even those people across the Tasman that are like the Japanese of the wine world, the Kiwis,
they jumped on the bandwagon.
They jumped on the bandwagon with all those Sauvignon Blancs. But anyway, let's talk something quality.
Before we move into absolute something indeed. This is a Sauv Blanc free zone, I can tell you here at Spitbucket, if I had my way. This is your basic. I mean, I call it basic or standard. It's not to in any way disparage it, but that's the one that you make buckets of and sort of flag bearer. Then you've got your St Andrews, which is the flagship. And you do that not only with Riesling, you do it with Shiraz and with Cabernet as well.
Yeah.
And you've made these back. As we said, we've got 2010, 7 and 5. Now, in days gone by, you would make them but not release it until, say, 5 years old or so.
That's right.
Now you're doing a bit of both, is that correct?
We are, that's correct, Ken. What we're trying to do with this philosophy is we wanted to show the ageing ability of Rieslings, because, you know, they do go on for 10, 15 years and really develop lovely secondary characteristics.
The toast, the honey, the lemon butter. Wonderful stuff.
All that stuff that just, you know, rolls with the palate. But we also, particularly with 2010, we were tasting at the winery just going, oh my goodness, the quality, the primary flavours of our Riesling, we really need to bring it out and celebrate this fantastic vintage. So what we've decided is some people like the aged characteristics, others just like the fresh citrus, lime, floral characters. So we thought, well, why not have the best of both worlds?
Well, they can buy this now, sell it themselves and save themselves a few bucks down the track.
That's right, that's right.
Pricing on these? Ballpark?
Ballpark is about $18 for our estate Riesling, and that's grown on our Clare Valley vineyard. And really the difference is in the vineyard where we've got higher yields. We're sort of doing 10 tonne to the hectare with this one, but it's got lovely, pristine qualities coming through. When it comes to the St Andrews, because we've had to, particularly the ones that we've aged in our cellar, held them back, we're bringing them out from lower yielding vines, so we're in that sort of 1 to 2 tonne to the acre, or 4 to 5 tonne to the hectare sort of vineyard area. But what we're doing with them is making sure that they've got that minerality and that complex characters in it. And these wines are about $30 a bottle.
Okay.
So still great value.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of these are available at the moment?
They are. We've just we're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year, and we've just brought out this 2010 to celebrate, you know, the occasion of it all.
We better have a look.
Yes.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Jumps out of the glass. That's what I like with a good Riesling. They just you get that
all
floral
lines
aromatics.
and florals. You can imagine it's early morning. You are walking through a lime orchard, and all the blossoms with the dew on the ground. It's just
it's all there. And as I said, the other beautiful thing about Riesling is not only is it fantastic on a day like today when we might be having seafood, it is so good with all food in that it's got the lovely acidity. So if you're having curries, you're having Thai cuisine with a bit of spice, the Riesling is just perfect.
It's almost sort of like paper cut acidity. It's just really is right. You can see why they age so well, but it's nicely balanced. Now, you're raving about 2010.
Yep.
How did you compare it with 09?
09, 10. If you gave 09 4.5 stars, I'd give 10 5. It is a touch above it. Yeah, and 09 was a sensational year for us. Again, we had in the vineyard nice ripening conditions all the way through. But no, definitely 2010's a step up for us.
Oh, because that's not quite a few of the guys I've talked to rated highly. But if you gave 010 4.5, you'd give 09 5 plus. We haven't seen a lot of the 010s, of course, as yet, so it'll be interesting to see when they do come through.
Yeah.
But that's great. Look, it's clearly, wherever you put it, it's clearly one of the best vintages of the decade.
Yep.
And it'll sit with 09, 05, 02.
Yeah. And 05 was brilliant, and of course 07 wasn't too bad.
07 was another goodie?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, that's where we do get spoilt a bit.
Righto, we're now at St Andrews 010. Bit tighter?
Bit tighter. We pick it a bit earlier, and it's got that lovely acidity coming through.
Slightly greener.
Slightly greener, and it's got that, I just call it that raw lime. It's like you've just got lime and you've just crushed it, and it's just got that lovely lime really coming through, cleaning the teeth.
If that's got paper cut acidity, someone's just squeezed a lemon onto the cut with that one.
Yeah, definitely.
That's,
definitely. But got the length, and it's just starting to now settle down in the bottle, and just looking.
Look, I mean, that's undoubtedly going to age well, but for drinking today, I'd jump on that fella.
Yep.
For drinking down the track,
that's right.
I'd jump on that fella.
That's probably another 6 months out with that really piercing acidity. Just needs to settle it down a bit.
It is very, very young. There's been a bit of a label change.
Yes.
Obviously, you employed new marketers, and they had to justify their existence.
We do. That's the only problem, in a family business is, we did have to employ marketers in the end. I used to do all the marketing, but no one.
You mean back when it was good?
Yeah, exactly. back in these levels, but now, look, the marketers do a new thing. But no, they did this thing called market research. And I could have told them that, but everyone loves the story of our seahorses. You
know what market research? It's sitting around at lunch with a bottle of wine, and
it's like going to a wine tasting.
A big bill.
Yeah, or I call it. It's going. Well, that's how they do their market research. I do my market research by going to a wine tasting and just pulling corks and asking people what they think of the wines. And before you know it, they'll tell you pretty quickly.
Seriously, what a waste of time.
Exactly.
Who wants to know what the public think?
That's right. Hence, we're making Rieslings instead of Sauvignon Blancs. But anyway, the key one with this one was the seahorses. So we really wanted to show that was the key thing about Taylors, which is represents when we first started the winery. My grandfather said, well, look, if we're silly enough, because he was a man from the land, to go back there, we must build this dam. And as we dug into the beautiful terrarossa soils of the Clare Valley, as we got into the limestone, we discovered all these fossilised seahorses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know, it's not a family crest. It really is the essence of when we set up the business. And the reason why there's 3 was the 3 generations of the Taylor family setting up the business.
There we go.
Yeah, bit of trivia.
Moving on, we love trivia. We love trivia. You can't live without trivia, seriously. We're now moving to the 07, and immediately you start to see what people talk about with development in Riesling. That's,
They do.
and anyone who thinks that wines under screw cap don't age is, seriously, they're kidding themselves. That, I mean, I'm not suggesting it's too far or anything like that, but you see the differences. You see the secondary characters coming in.
You do. You get that extra complexity. The toast is just starting to come in.
Hints of toast, hints of honey.
Honey, it's all there, and yet you've still got this freshness to it. Like when you bring this wine out, a lot of people go, oh gee, how old's that, a year or 2? It's still got that lovely lime character coming through all that toast. So yeah, this is one of my favourites.
Oh, it's a lovely, lovely drink now, and clearly got time to go. It's all there. I've been told I'm not allowed to whack the table when I get excited, but that's worthy of whacking the table.
Right.
Let's try the last one, 05. This, I'll be very disappointed if this is not a stunner, because great vintage, top of your range, everything should have aligned to make this a great wine.
No, it did really. The planets did align. It was a superb year. And again, with this one, as you taste it, you'll get that minerality character that you can even smell coming through.
It's got the limes, hasn't it? It's almost younger than the 07 to me, in a way.
But yeah, beautiful.
Hints of toast, beautiful limes, almost like that lime pie.
It is. It's got that lovely completeness to it. Great food wine. And again, this one has, we were delighted, we actually won a gold medal for it in all places in Germany. You know,
the home of Riesling.
Yeah, the home of Riesling. So
that gives you an idea.
The Germans love it.
Seriously, sorry James, but that's a cracker. That is a cracker, I love that. That is a seriously brilliant Riesling. It just goes and goes and goes and goes.
Yeah, got the length.
Ooh. Look, I'm thinking that's a nice 91, maybe 92. That's, at the moment, I mean, I rate that higher today, but down the track I won't, so I'd say give that 90.
Yep.
That's again a 92. That's 96.
Yeah,
that's 96.
Plus,
yeah, absolutely.
Gorgeous.
If you don't, and instead of paying $500 for some bottle of European big name stuff that doesn't work as well, how could you not love that?
No, that's it. It's great value for what it is. And you can see it's still a babe.
Absolutely.
You know, another 5-10 years, it'll even get better.
Let us know here at Spitbucket what you think of Riesling. Is it outdated? Has it had its day? Is it coming back? What do you think of German Rieslings if you've tried them? I mean, they're obviously a very different style and some fantastic wines as well. Where do you like your Rieslings from in Australia? If you prefer Sauv Blanc, as apparently most of you do, why? If you don't, terrific. Those that do, of course, leave more Riesling for us to drink, but you'd probably rather be selling it, wouldn't you?
I would, and it's Sauvignon Blanc is yesterday's fashion, so this is the next big thing.
Can't argue with a guest. Mitchell, thank you so much for coming on Spitbucket.
Pleasure, Ken.
We'll see you again for sure. Just remember, at Spitbucket, we spit so you don't have to, but that does not get spit. Spat, spit, spot. Cheers.
Cheers.